Hello, dear students. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about Lab 11, and it is one of the sample questions students usually face for ABB certification exam. For an example, you can get that kind of question. Following hands-on tasks are used to evaluate the students' general familiarity, so on and so forth. I'm not going to read all of them. So what we would need to do, first of all, you would need to create a work object, and you would need to start using IRB 125 kilogram point 0.9 meter robot, and you would need to import like a pen for your training from the training object. And here I quickly showed how can you make a work object. I know in another video I already mentioned, but I was thinking I can quickly show you one more time. So I can quickly show from here. So what I did, I went to the other and I selected create work object. And I went object frame and frame by point. Then you just, if you click drop down, then if you select 3 point, and if you click on the first one, then and you need to make sure you are also making it alive, and then you can go back. So this is the first point. I'm not going to do it now because I already created, but I'm just showing you. This is 1 point, then that is 2 point, and that is 3 point, and that's how. And once you accept and create, then you should see something like this. And I renamed the work object as table because the question is saying something like this. It is saying imported geometry table, and the coordinate of the table is already given here, and then you can create a work object using that 3 point, and you can name that work object as table. And then in task two, you would need to directly go to the, or maybe you can go to this routine little later. Rather, you can quickly create two targets. This is the target for an example. Once you are once you are importing and attaching the pen, then you can make all of them 0. And I can also quickly show you how can I do that, right? So you see, I already took the pen from the training object, right? The pen is there, and then I quickly went to the robot first, and I went mechanism jog joint, and then I clicked pen. Then that's how you will see the pen, and I made all value 0 so that I can get this one like straight. And then I created two target. One of them is this one, and this value is already given. Maybe I can read it from the question. So one value is 720 460, and another is 720 400, and I named them as P home and P table center. Let's make it center. Okay. And if I want to show you quickly, that is the one. If I go to set just to see, yeah, and if I go to Word, then you will see 720 and 460, and for this one was 400. This is the changes. So once you are getting to 2 points, then I quickly just did this one. I selected them, did the right click, and I added to the new path. And every time you need to make sure if this one is running. So if you go move along the path, then you will see it is running. But here is a good point. So when I can quickly show you. If I do this one, and if I did another path, and if I try to move along the path, then I saw it was yeah, this time it is working. But if it doesn't work, then you know what we need to do. Basically, what I needed to do, I needed to go and do auto configure for all movements. then it worked. And there is another sign why I did the auto configuration, because you see the ABB, it is now upside down. That means definitely I did the auto configuration. Specifically for this problem, it is not a big deal because we're not using the target for a lot of things. Rather, we are just using those 2 points to do some offset functions. Now, once you're getting this one, those two points, then you can go to rapid. And then what I did in the rapid, you will see. Okay, you need to see the P home and P table center at the rapid. So, and that's why I needed to from here I needed. Yeah, let's delete it now. I needed to do set as simulation entry point and rapid to make sure your rapid code is basically reading the P home and P table center, right? So these are 2 points, P home and P table center. And for my for the questions, I needed to make two more variable. One is you can put any name. I'm going to use them in the if else statement. Now, if I go back to question again, then it is saying you would need to make four routines or four procedures. One of them is R go home, then R square, R triangle, and R circle. And how can you make the square? The first one, it is showing square can be drawn at the center of the table. And then I said using the offset function, offs function, move to a location 100 millimeter above one of the corners of a square. And I quickly gave an example like move L. Yeah. So P table center was like the center of the table, and you are offsetting along X, along Y, and along Z. But along X it is negative 100, along Y positive 100, along Z positive 100. That means it is going to one of the corner of the square with 100 millimeter height. And then once you are making this 100 0 in the next point, that means your tool will just go down to close to the table. And then once you're making one, you can make all other three. I can quickly show here. So this is like an example. First of all, I came on top of the corner, and then I went to the corner, and then I changed it accordingly so that I can make all four corners here. These are the four corners. And then I again went back to the point I started from. And once I'm done drawing, then I went back to the home position. Likewise, but for the circle, it is interesting because I know I discussed in the class like for the circle, it's the command is little different. That is move C, and here again I'm using the center of the table, and this time I am making like this is the starting point of the circle, and that is the circle point. That means you are using 100 as your radius, and then once you are getting making half circle, then you need to be little careful, like to start like the another point of your circle, which is this one, and then again this is the end point, and that's how you are making a full circle. And once you are done, you are going back to home position. And then the last one is a triangle. Again, you are like going one of the uh, top of the corners, and then you are exactly coming down to the corner, and then you are going like another corner and the last corner. And once you are done, you are basically going back to the home position. So, so once you're making those three procedures, then I said you need to read that thing from the flex pendant, right? So that's why I needed to make, I just took another variable, and I said, first of all, I erased it, and I said I used like TP read function keys, and that is like the numerical value. and I said select the shape and then press OK. And we have total three shapes, square, triangle, and circle. You can leave like the last two options empty. I just used OK. It's totally up to you. And then if your first one is one, that means if you're selecting a square, then I'm just using another functional key and I'm saying square and OK. So then you are saying if OK, that means, and then you are calling the R square from here. And likewise, when you are clicking triangle, that means your SP value will be 2. And you are saying, okay, okay is at position 2, then you are bringing the triangle. And likewise, you are bringing the circle. Now, once I did it, then if you saw, right, I just changed something and I clicked apply. That's why it's saying program pointer not available. We need to, I'm pretty sure you know, I just brought this flex pendant from controller and flex pendant, right? So once your flex pendant is here, you can say pp to main, and I'm saying yes, and you will see your code will be here, and then you can run it. Then the first one is select shape and then press OK. I'm saying square, and it is saying OK one more time. OK, I know it is working. You are not seeing it. What I can do quickly, I can just disengage that thing from here, and maybe I can run one more time. So let's see. Okay, now one more time, let's click it, run it, and then this time I'm going to do triangle, and I'm clicking OK. So it should draw a triangle and come back to the home. I'm going to do it circle one more time, and I'm clicking OK. So it should click and finish the circle and come back to the home position. So that is the lab 11, and again I mentioned, and this is one of the example questions of ABB certification exam. So I hope that will also prepare you for that kind of exam in future. Thank you.